Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. Now previously I did a video on how you can sell, like bulk sell your equipment within like 3 minutes, and a lot of you guys liked that idea, but that was not the advanced way to deal with your equipment pieces, right? So today I'm going to show you the right way to really drill down into your equipment pieces so that you can sell off the stuff that you really do not need in a very fast way. And oh shit, what am I doing? No, stop. So what you need to do is to go to your inventory here. This is the step 1. And now you click onto equipment and you click onto sell, just whatever, right? Sell whatever. Okay, so this is the selling equipment page. Obviously, you can come to this page via your typical relic screen and then you just go to relic market at the bottom right. But this is also another way that you can assess the relic market directly here. Now, all you have to do is go to basic filters and do this one set at a time. So I would highly recommend you to prioritize the sets that you have not yet touched in a long time. So for example, Panacea, right? Panacea is probably the set that I farm a lot, but I do not actually deal with it as often as I should. And I know this is a really terrible example because most of you guys don't care about Panacea, but this is going to be a perfect way for us to understand how this works. So this is the first step, and the second step is to press select all. You are not going to sell everything, okay? Don't do that. What I need you to do is to first check the equipment that you have selected, like this, for example. Is this something that you want to keep? If it is something that you want to keep, please lock it for the time being. Move on to the next plus 15 or whatever equipment piece that you have already upgraded. Is this something that you want to keep? If it's not something you want to keep, just keep it checked. Once you have made sure that you're not selling off wanted stuff, then we can proceed with the rest of the requirements. So the next step, the third step, is to go one by one. All you need to do is to double click, right? Or double tap if you're using your mobile phone. Is this something? Holy shit, the stats here are extremely good. Okay, I'm just going to hold on to this for the time being. Double tap each of these equipment pieces. Are these the substats that you need for an Esper who would be using Panacea, for example, right? So what kind of stats would an Esper who is using a Panacea set require? They will need speed. They will probably need some tanky stats and maybe some accuracy in some situations. So this is actually not bad. So if you do think that this is going to be an important piece of equipment, you can go ahead and lock it. Otherwise, just move on. It will still remain in the check state because you double tapped it. And the best part is you also know what is the last equipment you are looking at because there is a teal outline around the equipment here, so it's very easy for you to track it. So let me just do this real quick, right? So we move on to the next equipment. Nothing that I need over here. Next, move on. Not bad actually because there's resist, there's HP and speed, so I'll keep it. Moving on to the next one. Not good. Moving on. Not good. Okay, so primarily what I'm doing right now is I'm actually eyeballing the substats. As long as the substats are good, I will take a look at the main stats. So for example, in this, the substats, they are okay, right? There is speed, there is accuracy. I don't really like the HP here. I don't really like the crit rate here. But it does have a main HP percentage, which could be useful for you. But for me, I think I'm just going to pass on it. So we're going to move on. So this substat's not good, move on. Substat's not good, move on. Substat's not good, move on. So on and so forth. So something like this, right? We can do this extremely fast. And especially when you get used to the game and you start to understand what kind of equipment pieces you are looking for, what kind of stats you need on some of these sets, then you'd be able to do this like extremely fast. And you can clear out your inventory extremely. Okay, this is not bad, right? It has HP, it has speed, it has defense, something that I might consider keeping. Yeah, you can do this extremely fast. It's just a matter of practice and it's a matter of just understanding the game a little bit more. So with this process, it should take us about, hold on, let me take a look at this. This is, it's actually not bad, right? I mean, I kind of like the flat HP. Okay, so anyway, this process should take you about maybe 5 to 10 minutes per set, depending on how much equipment you have. So it is going to be quite time intensive as well. So it's always a good idea that you clear out your inventory as often as you can. Like whenever you have time on the weekends or something like that, make it a good habit to just clear out inventory so that you don't have to go through like a billion equipment at once. Now, of course, if you have not already done so, please go ahead and check out the previous video that I did. That would, oh, this is a nice piece. That would give you enough information on the first, like the most basic way that you can handle and bulk sell all your equipment. So if you have not checked it out, please go ahead and take a look at the video before taking a look at this, because this is part 2, as in when we are drilling down into the equipment pieces itself. So just make sure that as you're going through, oh nice, another equipment piece. Just make sure that as you're going through all these equipment pieces, when you stumble upon an equipment that you want to keep, make sure that you lock it. It is extremely important that you lock it because this is going to matter for the 4th step. And we are almost done, last couple of equipment. Okay, we're done. Alright, so now that we are done, just to double check that the equipment pieces that you want to keep are locked, right? I mean, for me, I'm already very used to this process. I already know that all these equipment pieces will be locked, as you can see with the pink lock at the bottom left. Now once this is done, you can just go ahead, bulk sell. That will clear a lot of inventory space, and this process probably, like I said, right, took me like less than 10 minutes, which is actually super freaking fast. Now maybe I'll give you one more example on a DPS set. So I've already cleared the wall set, I've already cleared another set. Maybe let's take a look at the fiery set, for example. So for the fiery set, this is going to be maybe less straightforward, right? Because what kind of DPS espers do you have? You have attack-based DPS espers, you also have HP-based DPS espers, and you have defense-based DPS espers as well. So these are some of the different ways that you might want to consider keeping equipment pieces for such espers. So same thing, we're going to select all, and we are going to ensure that these plus 15 equipment pieces are those that we want to keep. And as you can see here, this is probably something that I might want to keep, so I'm just going to lock it. Next piece over here, this is absolutely something that I want to keep, so I'll lock it. And this piece over here, 29%, I'm going to keep it. And okay, so now we're going to move on with the unupgraded pieces, which are like the new pieces, right? So let's take a look at the equipment pieces one by one. This is going to be a sell, this is going to be a sell. I mean, of course, it depends on how far you are in the game. So some of these pieces might actually be very useful for you, very helpful for you, just to give you like the initial stats that your account needs in order for you to clear stuff. But for me, you know, based on where I am right now, there is a lot of clutter like this that I really do not need. Okay, so this is a typical equipment piece that I would definitely keep. Speed, crit rate, accuracy, it's pretty good. I'm just gonna lock it. And this is also another very good piece. Crit rate, crit damage, accuracy. The problem with this is that there are 3 stats that you cannot boost, but for the most part, it's gonna be a really good piece for PvE content. And another very similar piece over here, lock it. And this is a great piece, right? Attack percentage, main, crit rate, accuracy, crit damage subs. Very nice. Okay, so this is an example of what you want to keep if you want to equip a defensive-based DPS esper, right? So Dona, for example, Changji, for example, this is exactly what it looks like. Alright, and that's about it. Okay, so we are gonna do the same thing. We're gonna bulk sell, clear our inventory by quite a fair amount. And now all the equipment that we're left with after this process are just equipment that we need to upgrade and are locked as well. So it's very easy for you to identify these equipment pieces that you would eventually want to upgrade. And it's very important that you do so that you manage your inventory space and it doesn't get overly cluttered and becomes very messy. So you always want to make sure that the equipment pieces that you want always stay locked. Please keep this as a good habit. Alright, anyway, I hope this video helped you. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Diary Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.